Hello, this is Winston Smith reminding you to click the like button and subscribe along with the notification bell for when we upload videos. Thank you. What's up, YouTube? This is Winston Smith back again with another commentary. Today I want to talk about T.I. versus Wack 100. If you don't know, T.I. and Wack 100 are going back and forth on social media. It all started when Wack 100 was basically Nipsey Hussle wasn't a legend because he didn't have a lot of album sales. He wasn't out for that long, and the majority of his album sales came after he died. Therefore, he's not a legend. I believe this is basically he's OG, so basically he looks at Nipsey as the op. Nipsey was Crip, Wack 100 is Blood, so is the Game. But I believe part of his trash talk on Nipsey Hussle, if you want to call it that, has to do with his colors. I believe that Wack is an OG Blood, and rules is rules. That man was the op. I'm not gonna be singing his praises. I'm gonna be critical now. He could be fair and say, well, you know what, he didn't mature as a legend to say, well, has as much body of work, but the impact that he had on the culture, on the people, owning his own business, coming back to the hood, opening up your own business in the hood, showing people how it's done, trying to be positive. That's a legend, bro. There's not a lot of people go out there and they open up businesses in the hood. They go up and open their little boutiques in Beverly Hills. They'll do all the rest of the stuff, but they'll never come and open up nothing back in the hood, nothing back from where they come from. Nipsey Hussle made the money, and he wasn't even as big as some of these people. He wasn't even as big as the Game, and he wasn't as big as some of these rappers when it comes to the amount of money he had. But he made certain to find the money to come and open up something in the hood to show people, give people some hope, right? That's a legend. So Wack 100 is saying that Nipsey Hussle wasn't a legend when it comes to rap, but you can be a legend otherwise. Muhammad Ali was a boxing legend, but he's a legend other than boxing because of the stance that he took when it came to not going and fighting in war. Right? So Muhammad Ali was a legend in boxing and was a legend for black people because he didn't go and fight in the Vietnam War because he didn't believe in it. A lot of people called Muhammad Ali was like, oh, he'll never box again. And because he did that, they basically said, oh, his boxing career is done, it's over. He'll be always someone that's basically, what do you call it? They basically said that his history will look down on him. Decades later is the opposite. So Nipsey Hussle is a legend because of what he meant to his community and what he meant to showing black people how to make their own business and come up from nothing and make it. You understand? So when he got killed, a lot of people was affected by it because of what he meant to the community, to that area. For Wack 100 to be from the same area and say he wasn't a legend, well, look at what colors Wack is wearing. Red. And Nip was wearing the opposite color. So sometimes that's behind it. So, I mean, so that's what Wack said. And T.I. corrected him, said the same thing I said. Like, listen, it's more than discography to make you a legend. Right? So Wack is old school. He knows more than just the amount that you sell or how much you stream makes you a legend. And basically Wack 100 went and threw it in his face. So didn't you get bagged a whole bunch of guns back in 2012 and you got a year and a day? How did you get that year and a day? It must have been you snitched. We compared him to Tekashi. Difference is Tekashi had paperwork. Tekashi went in and pointed out people on the witness stand. Pointed out people that had nothing to do with Treyway. So this is completely different. Plus, Tekashi went and jeopardized himself and black men by starting beef. T.I., if anything, T.I. is helping the community by speaking out on certain things and certain topics that help black people. Tekashi wasn't jeopardizing black people. T.I. is actually helping black people, and he's actually conscious now. So for you to basically saying that he snitched back in the day, that's a low blow. And why would you go for such a low blow? Because you have some type of, maybe some type of animosity there, or maybe because this person you're speaking about is the op. He's a Crip, and you're Blood, and maybe he doesn't, maybe not consciously, but maybe subconsciously he's, really going at it, and is basic, he doesn't want anybody to interfere with what he's saying. You understand? So maybe because this person's. What do you think? Is Wack 100 saying Nipsey Hussle wasn't a legend related to the fact that Nipsey's Crip and Wack is blood?